It's Bound for Greatness.
Yeah.
Tell us, please, the premise of the story.
The premise of the story.
Yeah.
It's about a young man that struggles with Asperger's, and he doesn't socially connect with anyone. But he meets a young woman that needs him. He's never been needed before. So it's a nice little underdog film. And it's fun to be able to show it in this festival. And as you know, I was part of London before, and I just love this network. So.
And enjoy yourself?
It's great. This is really great. So many film festivals from all over. I mean, filmmakers. You've got people from Australia, people from everywhere coming out.
Canada, Australia. We've got Malaysia, South Korea, all over Europe, UK, so South America. But the next guy I'm interviewing, I think, is from Ecuador.
Okay.
So literally all over the place. Even the next interview up.
Really good films too.
Oh, it's an epic.
Yeah.
There is a brilliant film called Bound for Greatness.
Oh, that was the best one. But that's just.
Can you? I know we spoke about this, but if you could explain for the benefit of the people that are watching, hopefully the people that are watching.
Sure.
Because you've got quite an a very interesting background, but this was all to do, I think, with a director's program. Is that right?
This current short, yes, because I worked for The Mentalist for 7 seasons.
Yeah.
And I've always wanted to transition into directing, but there's no direct way to kind of do that. You can't just make the leap. And luckily, Warner Brothers just started a directing program.
Yeah.
And I knew that if I was going to have a chance, I needed to do something more current, because I've done several shorts before, but nothing current. So that's why using the resources from The Mentalist and just using my updated, filmmaking techniques, I just thought, let me make something new, and I was able to get it into the program, and now I'm certified by the program as a Warner Brothers director. So it was a really nice process, and then because I think it's a nice short at the end of the day, I really want to share it with you. So.
And I'm really intrigued about how you managed to get the two main characters, the 2 cast members. I mean, they're both very well known. So how did that happen? How did that gig happen?
I'll be honest, working on a show like The Mentalist helps a lot.
Oh, God, yeah, because everyone's going to know it, aren't they?
Yeah, they're going to know it, and when I phone up and I say, hey, I'm interested in your actor, they'll listen, because I'm Jimmy Gadd from The Mentalist. I'm not Jimmy Gadd from down the street.
Yeah.
So when I was researching who I wanted for my lead actor, I came across a couple of people, and then I came across Keir O'Donnell. And I have access to watching reels and different things, and I watched his reel, and his reel had all the ranges of emotion that I was looking for in my piece. It was amazing, because you can have
tricky to find someone that can do that, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, if you were an actor, I could say, let's have a conversation. We talk for a while, and then I say, well, Steve's a nice guy, so we'll maybe try him in the film, but I might not know. And the reels at least help give me a sense of where an actor could go. So I was lucky to see that moment, recognize that that's what I wanted, and so then when I was looking for a female, Keir said, I'll do your short film. I love the idea of it, but I would like a strong female actress, which I totally agree. So I brought on the casting director for The Mentalist, and she gave me a list of probably about 20, maybe 30 female actresses, and on there was Karen Gillan.
And all of them, I guess, or a lot of them are very well known.
Oh, very well known, yeah. And when I saw Karen Gillan, I thought, Karen from Doctor Who? And then I started talking to her, and she said, you she just finished the film Guardians of the Galaxy.
So is this before it took off? Because let's be honest about it, it was a bit of a sleeper, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Although it was still a nice budget spend, you can tell. It just went stratospheric.
But it's one of the comic books that no one knew about.
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah. And they actually tried to get that movie done before Star Wars.
No.
Yeah, they did.
Which Star Wars? The original Star Wars?
The original Star Wars, because it's an old comic.
Right.
Yeah, and it's virtually the same if you think about it. Just one's a little funnier than the other. But
Yeah.
So anyway, but that's why she has short hair in my film. They made her shave her head. Yeah. So I was really lucky to get those 2 stars, and then the other lead actor is Tim Kang from The Mentalist, one of the actors on that, and he's a good friend, and so he said, I'll help you out. So I think it helped really who I was, and when you're a part of a family, a filmmaking family like The Mentalist, they want to help you do your best too. I think that's what a good director is to me. Is you find a crew and a cast ahead of time that you work well with, and then they'll all support you.
Because I think I'm right in saying that, you may have done directing before, but you're by trade an editor, I think.
Yeah, that's right. Yes.
Yeah, and so is this like part of the, a level you need to get to or need to present in order to go on to do other things that you make? Does that make sense?
You mean me as an editor? Do I need to get to that level too?
No, more to do with getting on the directing side. So it's part of the reason you made this, so this will get onto other programs or help you perhaps forge your... I mean, that's a stupid question. It's obviously want to forge your career, but in a certain... Is there a certain process of doing this that goes...
Well, I mean, you know, as a lot of the filmmakers here just jumped in and they did a feature for the first time. I feel like if you're going to do that, that's wonderful. But I just wanted to kind of hone it down to a short and try to make the best story I could there.
Yeah.
And then with the success of the short, maybe I can do a feature. So I hope I'm answering your question correctly. That I will make a feature based on the short and the success of the short, because at least that tells me and tells the people that have seen it. Oh, he can tell a nice story. He knows how to move the camera, and he can get good quality actors. So we'll invest in him for the feature.
Because this could easily be expanded. I know we talk about this, or even a series.
Yeah.
I mean, there's all sorts of directions you can go.
So many things.
Was that discussed everyone? Did you, when you make oh, actually, you know, if this goes well or goes the way I want it to be, we could quite easily turn this into a mini series or.
I mean, sometimes when those projects are coming up, those conversations are being had. But I only originally intended this to be a short.
It just happens.
Yeah.
Happens at the end. It's like, hang on.
Yeah. But then you know, all the great response I get is we want to see more. So you start thinking, well, I can make it into a series. I can make it into a feature.
And it all depends what kind of reaction you get to something.
Exactly, yeah.
And how long will you be pushing this on the circuit? Because normally I guess it's about 10 months or a year, I don't quite know.
Yeah, I've been luckily over a year. And I'll probably push it out for the end of this year, maybe a little bit into next. And then that'll probably be about it. You know, I'm going to the Cannes Film Festival after this.
Yeah.
And it plays next week on Monday, which is nice. So, but, you know, that's why I love this, you know, network in particular. It's just good people like you, good people that you meet, and it's nice because the bigger festivals, as great as they are, sometimes you're nobody when you're there. But here we're all equals.
Yeah, no, that's really kind.
Yeah.
And when you won't know, but it's just sort of going, blah, 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 you know, it's just, I mean, it will be really busy tonight and obviously tomorrow. But no, we're doing well, and we're really pleased with the response we're getting.
Yeah.
And there's worse places to be than Nice, which I've said on numerous occasions.
Exactly.
To be honest.
Exactly.
So it's apart from this, which I know has potential. I'm guessing you've got something scooting around that you're thinking about doing next.
Well, there's two ways I can go. I have a couple stories that I want to do, but do I do that next, or is it smarter for me to do the feature version of this? Because in the investing world, sometimes, you know, if you try to sell an idea, it's nicer to have a visual representation. When I have the short, that's a visual representation of, hey, watch this. If you like it, I'm going to do this, but longer. And that helps me. So I'll probably end up going that route, but I also can stand on the short and say, hey, look, I did a great quality thing, and I want to do these stories over here. So
the mechanism is in place. If you really wanted to extend this, would you keep the same cast?
Well, I definitely could, yeah. I mean, I've spoken to them about it. I think it really is timing dependent. How good is the story? You know, there's a few things to go in there, but yeah.
And what I should have asked you is why, I know what the story's about, but why did you make this? Why did you decide to go down this?
I mean, I love underdog stories.
Right.
And that's when I was working with my screenwriter. That was an empowering moment for me because she said, what films do you like? We started talking back and forth. And I realized, and she made me realize I love underdog films. So then, if I love them, then why don't I try to make them? Because I can connect to them. So I thought, well, I love seeing what people in life, when they're told they can't do something, how do they push out under that rock and move on to their life? And this was a different way to look at that. You know, people that struggle with Asperger's, it's not, you know, an everyday occurrence that you see in the film. So.
No, I mean, it's a great. I mean, I've seen, as I say, it's a great representation. And what's inspired you in terms of films that you've seen? Not necessarily your favourite films, that's a bit
yeah.
But what can you sort of go, that's really helped me?
Are you speaking here at the festival? Or because there is actually one really good at the fest too. But yeah,
is there? Is there one you've seen you've gone, wow?
There was, yeah. It actually brought tears to my eyes.
Okay.
Yeah, and unfortunately you can't see them all. So I'm not saying it's the best in the fest. It's the one that I saw that affected me, but it was called Only Child.
Oh yeah. He's on the highlights.
So yeah, really good. But as far as feature films, is that what you're saying? What?
Anything you've seen, not necessarily worked on, you know, as in cinematically or on TV, you've gone, wow, yeah, you can see how that can affect me in the future.
Affect me
in your career, as it helps you,
Yeah, I mean, there's I think is the fun part about being a filmmaker is sometimes you work on a small thing and you think, okay, I'll just do the bigger thing, bigger version of it. And when you see a movie, let's say
Influential, I guess. What? So.
yeah, influential, yeah. Let's say you see a big action movie and you never realize that they were like me, that you could get up to that level. Because you kind of do those big things, or you can have grander moments because of, let's say the movie Traffic, where they were able to shoot all over the world and really well done, and a diverse cast. That's a huge scope. That's a huge cast, a lot to do with that, but it's manageable. So yeah.
Well, I'm guessing that's something you'd love to do.
Yeah. I mean, telling good stories, telling good drama, good thriller.
Cool.
Yeah. So,
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Steve.
Hey, can you help me? Please, I don't know what to do.
No. I couldn't talk to her. I couldn't.
Okay, fine. Let's go. Jerk.
I knew how it would end, but how I wanted to. It's an old breakable record. It's senseless and a waste of gas to drive 50 miles for something that obsolete. The sound quality is poor. It only plays one song. It's a constant need to flip it over. And finding the right speed on a gramophone is extremely difficult. Spotify, iTunes, Pandora, any MP3 platform is exponentially better than that.